London is one of the most expensive cities in the world, but you may not know what the most expensive areas are. Hi alascenttt, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you where the most expensive parts of London are. With over 300 years of history, these areas have some of the richest residents in the world. Join me as I take you on a journey through London's wealthiest neighborhoods, some of which may just surprise you. Even with the rise of Londoners moving to rural areas, London remains a global hotspot for property. The most expensive homes can be found in two boroughs, Kensington and Chelsea, the wealthiest district, as well as Westminster. The borough of Kensington and Chelsea. At the heart of London lies Kensington and Chelsea, a beautiful district full of prestigious homes. The area is well known for its fine architecture, such as that created by notable architects, including George Gilbert Scott, with his design for St. Mary Abbott's Church. There are also many notable attractions here, like the Victoria and Albert Museum, and one-time residence to Queen Victoria herself at her beloved childhood home, Kensington Palace. Kensington Palace Gardens was, until recently, the most expensive street, and has held this accolade for the last 12 years. Homes on this street are worth a staggering $50 million on average. The road is home to billionaires steel tycoon Lakshmi Mittal and Chelsea Football Club owner Roman Abramovich, who also owns the world's second-largest yacht, 533-foot Eclipse, and is adjacent to Kensington Palace, home of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and many other members of the royal family. 7 out of the 10 pricey streets in London are located in this borough. This includes the third most expensive street in London, Tite Street in Chelsea, which was home to the 19th century's wealthiest artists and writers. This street was home to famous artists and writers like Oscar Wilde or James McNeill Whistler, who often found their inspiration for paintings here on this bustling yet serene riverfront location by day and Stillwater shoreline at night. The attractive red brick mansion blocks that line up down a riverfronting street are worth just over $50 million on average for the individual house there. Keep watching to find out where the most expensive street in London is now. The Borough of Westminster, St. John's Wood. Currently, London's most expensive street is Avenue Road in St. John's Wood, which took the top spot in 2020. The average house price on the grand leafy street was an extraordinary $42.5 million, which is 124 times the average UK house price. St. John's Wood is a district in the northwest of London, where people who have more money than you live. This neighborhood has an exclusive feel, as it's bordered by Regent's Park. St. John's Wood, once a place of fields and farmhouses, is now the most in-demand area for exclusive city homes, with prices starting at $9 million per for a 3-bedroom semi-detached house. It was here that aristocrats built their luxurious houses back when it first became inhabited. The area was developed from the early 19th century onwards, and it's home to some of the most luxurious properties on Earth. Parts have since been redeveloped for higher density living, however. This remains an exclusive residential neighborhood. Today, its new inhabitants are not looking to spend time there. They're more likely buying these properties as investments, or just because it happens to be one of London's hottest neighborhoods. It may surprise you then that St. John's Wood isn't an affluent neighborhood, but rather an upmarket suburb where multi-million-dollar properties line spacious roads. But why exactly does this make it such a pricey spot? Well, the real reason this street grabbed the top spot as the most expensive street in London is because a few very high-value sales pushed Avenue Road to the top of the chart. In February 2020, a new-build 10-bedroom mega mansion on the street went on sale for just over $105.5 million, making it the most expensive residence to go on the London market at all time. The 25,000 square foot neoclassical house was built on a plot for $19.5 million in 2013 by Greek property developer George Dragomanos. The supermansion with subterranean spa area, 14-meter pool, sauna, hammam, and treatment rooms was also available to rent for just under $56 million a week. Or imagine paying just under $45 million for 11,420 square feet of living space, where in London, the average size home currently stands at a mere 705 square feet. You might find that hidden behind an original 1860s facade lies a modern interior that includes a cinema, bar, steam room, and even a traditional 3-bedroom guest house. Welcome to St. John's Wood. St. John's Wood is one of London's most famous places if you love a good cricket match, as it's the location of Lord's Cricket Ground. But this isn't the only thing that draws people in. Abbey Road Studios and the Beatles' iconic recording space are also found here as well. In the St. John's Wood area, we find a lot of wealthy people who are more discreet about their wealth, as well as celebrities who have included British heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua, singer Rihanna and Robbie Williams, Monty Python's Eric Idle, Beatles' Sir Paul McCartney, King Henry VIII on the Tudors, Jonathan Rhys Meyers, model Kate Moss, and Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones. Knightsbridge. A video about expensive areas in London wouldn't be complete without the premier of expensive areas, Knightsbridge, an upmarket district of West London. Straddling both the borough of Kensington and Chelsea and the borough of Westminster, Knightsbridge effortlessly combines affluence aplenty and mega-expensive luxury pads. Knightsbridge has been synonymous with wealth for decades now. It's a wealthy neighborhood that is home to many high-end boutiques, including the most recognizable of modern luxury store, Harrods. There are also plenty of luxury hotels, like the Mandarin Oriental Hotel and the Dorchester. Prices in the region are high because it's close to some of the city's best schools and hospitals. It also has a lot of prestigious shops and restaurants on its main street, which are popular with tourists. Some say it's the best place for tourists to visit if they want to experience London at its finest. Knightsbridge has more than just designer stores with high-end brands. There are many luxurious restaurants in the area, like the Ivy or Gordon Ramsay's Maze restaurant, that will require you to wear your finest threads if you want in. But let's talk Knightsbridge property, especially 28A Rutland Gate, which was the former residence of the then Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Sultan bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, in 2005. More recently in 2020, a Chinese property magnate was close to breaking London's house price record with the purchase of a 45-room mansion in Knightsbridge for more than $260 million. The private family office of Chung Chung-kyu had agreed to buy the palatial home at 28A Rutland Gate, overlooking Hyde Park. The Knightsbridge property has 45 rooms and bulletproof windows, but is currently in a dilapidated condition and planning to undergo significant renovation as a single-family home. Subscribe to this channel and maybe we'll report back about a future update. More livable properties in Knightsbridge are currently on the market for eye-watering amounts. $38 million for a 5-bedroom pad, anyone? For that price tag, you could live in No. 1 Grosvenor Square, a 4,074 square foot apartment with 5-star 24 concierge, embassy-level security throughout, underground parking with around-the-clock valet service, and even a Michelin star restaurant on site. The world's best restaurants, members clubs, and luxury boutiques are all on the doorstep of No. 1 Grosvenor Square, while Hyde Park lies a short walk to the west. So there you have it, alascenttt, the surprising newcomer to the most expensive areas of London. Did you guess the area correctly? If you watched to the end, then I'm sure you liked this video. So give it a like and subscribe for more awesome videos on how the rich live.